Hello everyone, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Gonzo. Now, obviously we are not in a Gulfstream 4 today, we are in a citation longitude, but the closest thing that we can represent the real aircraft, the Noah's affectionately known Gonzo aircraft. I've got a video of it rolling in the background here. So that's the real aircraft that we are modeling our video after today, and we are going to be going hurricane hunting in the sim. That's the entire purpose of this aircraft. I think it even says somewhere on the side that it's, yeah, you can see Gonzo the Muppet fighting or flying through a hurricane. Obviously, Florida is currently experiencing a very, very strong hurricane. We're not here to make light of it or anything. I just want to experience what real world weather in its extremes can be, and what other way to do that than flying into a Category 5 hurricane. So that's what we're going to do today. We are using a combination today of both the Rex Weather Force plugin to get the best representation. We're not going to be using Flight Sim's real world weather today. And we're also going to be pairing that with Flight Sim Realistic, or FS Realistic, to get all the cockpit shakes and bumps and that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead, hop in the cockpit, get everything set up, and get out of here. Without further ado, let's begin. All right, on board our Longitude, let's go ahead and get the engine started here. Go on and start. There we go. Bleeder comes down. Put them across feed. And the engine should auto start itself, which it is. We'll monitor our starts. We set the aircraft here. All right, that's one engine running. Let's do number two. Got to start FS Realistic. Silly me.
FS Realistic connected.
Oh, indeed it is. Do I change? 260, we'll go flight director on. We're going to be following a nav profile today. And I want a flight level change of... yeah, we can run 200 for now. Alright, that is both engines started. Let's go ahead and regard our main engine, turn off the EPU. Bus ties open, generators are both on, standby power is on standby, EPU generator can come off, and so can ground power. Alright, so let's see here. Park brake on, no standby data, which is fine. Go take off, we'll remedy that as we taxi. Alright. Flaps down a notch, taxi lights are on. And warning lights, flaps to 2. Ah, it's the stabilizer side of the problem. I will catch up with you guys once we're out on the active. It's a bit of a long taxi to get there, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. I will suffer on my own, while also getting back to centerline. All right, and rolling out onto the active here. Let's go reshade off, get a little bit more frames and a little bit more true to life natural flight sim situation here. All right, landings, recogs on. We can go pulse on the recogs. And I've completely taxied off of the runway. Silly me. And pull up the map here. What's the label here? We are leaving just outside of Savannah. It is Hunter. Geez, I can't centerline today. What do you guys watch this? All right, let's do our call out. All right, brakes off. Shouldn't need short field today. Takeoff power is set. Not rocking any V speeds today. We're just going to use the standard POH. Positive rate gear coming up. Flap speed. There's full flaps. We're going to keep climbing. Pitch for 200. Trimming the airplane out. Flaps coming up. Actually, that's going to come off. Getting a little bit of buffeting. Let's go autopilot on. And engines can come back to climb power. And once we get on our track, we'll set the aircraft to half bank. I had recognition and pulse lights before. Don't know what happened to them. Still need those right now. And leaving Savannah, which for those of you who don't know is where they actually make Gulfstreams. And we are inbound to that wall of clouds there. Gonna round out our climb at 26,000 feet, adjust as needed, grab our data for NOAA, and then make our safe return to, I think we're going to Tampa International for our destination. So I will catch up with you guys once we're a little bit closer to the storm. Alrighty, continuing on our way to the western coast of Florida. Obviously a lot more cloud cover. Not completely overcast yet, but definitely a lot more cloud cover than when we left Savannah. I think we're now into Florida territory. Still holding at 26,000 feet. It's looking like we might get a little bit more dense cloud coverage up ahead, but just a en route update for you guys. All right, so we should be in the thick of the storm right now. I'm really not seeing the results I was hoping for. I'm going to give Rex one more chance. I'm going to stop the synthesis, and then I'm going to re-inject the sim. You guys can't see this in the background, but I promise it's going on. In fact, here I'll give you a little sneak peek of what I'm doing. So it is re-injecting, hopefully. Okay, so we're getting buffeted a little bit, and that's what we want. I just don't understand why the simulation didn't pick up on that. It still should be a lot worse than it is. It just looks like slightly thicker clouds. So I'm going to decrease my throttle first and foremost because we're getting close to VNE. And then I'm going to go back to flight sim. I'm going to disable Rex, and I'm going to inject live weather. Yep, okay. So this is what we should have been seeing the whole time. You can see much more intense rain bands there. Let's go ahead and increase our cruise altitude up to 32,000 feet. Interesting. Not sure if that's an issue specifically with Rex or if it's something with my current machine setup, but we're definitely getting better real-world weather out of this situation. You can see the intense rain band. We're gonna, I think we'll actually do a little bit of deviation and fly into it. In fact, if we do a deviation to KLAL, there, yeah, there we go. That's some nasty weather there. Nasty flight path we're going to be following in right through the heart of the storm. Let's take a look outside. And it's just, well, it's thick, it's soupy. You can still see the sun, so I want to try and break out of the cloud cover here. We're definitely getting thrown around. Anyway, we're going to keep breaking up here to 36,000 feet, see if that busts us out of the clouds on our way to the real bad stuff here. Once we get above cloud cover, and as we get closer to Lakeland, we'll descend into this really nasty stuff here. And potentially, if we haven't had enough by then, we'll come over here by Alro and fly through this, gather our data, and then come back to St. Petersburg. I didn't have to check you did. Check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, and here we are at flight level 450, just cresting above the clouds. And if we hop back in the cockpit, you can see we've got some semi-heavy weather below us. Let's crank out to the right here, and we're going to start descending, actually. That'll get us back into some of this severe to moderate precip. But more importantly, it'll get us into some of these bigger buffets. I think this is going to be one of the last Flight Simulator 2020 videos that I do. So we're in, this will come out mid-October. So that'll put us about a month out. So it's not going to be like the last video, but it'll be one of the final ones in the roundup. So I'm going to give you guys, the audience, the opportunity to dictate what those final episodes are. So anyone who's down in the comments, let me know what you want to see. It could be an airplane review, it could be a challenge, literally anything in the confines of the sim. I'll open it up. If you want me to do another best freeware episode, I'll do that. If you want me to do something absurd like the $100 and something Mad Dog X, I'll do that as well. I really don't want to, but I'll do it if you give me $100. No, I'm just kidding. But for this video, we will look at the top 5 comments, assuming we get those 5 comments on what's next. If we don't get any, then I will just pick something, and that's okay too. I'm excited for Flight Sim 2024. There's been a couple of the bigger creators in the space have actually gotten access to the 737 MAX, which is pretty neat. So just based on that aircraft alone, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good sim, but we won't know until we actually get our hands on it, right? You know, we live in a world where so many devs, not even just in the flight sim space, but just in general, will promise you something, and then it turns out to be hot garbage. And we don't like hot garbage here. We're not a fan of hot garbage. Oh, there's the preset. I obviously don't know the actual flight path that this aircraft would take. It's going to be some proprietary stuff. So, well, probably not actually. It's NOAA. Like, I'm sure they publish what they do, but I do not know it. Anyway, we're going to keep cruising. I think we'll come down to 20,000 feet in the center of this hurricane here, and we'll adjust another 20 degrees to the right. So I really want to hit some of this significant weather here. I'm guessing the eye is going to be somewhere in here, because it looks like, I obviously can't see rotational maps or anything like that, but just looking at the weather, it looks like that might be the eye. So we'll hit this thick band here on what might be the eye wall, and we'll crank out to the right, see if we can't fly through the eye. Definitely getting into the weather now. The precip, I should say. We've been in the weather. It's Definitely looking gloomy out there. All right, coming into the real thick of it, it gets real dark if you turn on reshade. Super heavy precip. In fact, let's do that. We'll dim down these displays as well because they were set up for daytime. And even though it's still daytime outside, it's not in these clouds. So dim down our displays just a little bit. It's looking better. Flying through this really big band of weather here. I'm guessing that's going to be surface level, but look at how dark it is. Even with reshade off, it is just pitch black. With it on, my gosh. Love the cast from the landing lights there. The recognition lights flashing, whatever you want to call them. 16,000. I'm going to auto set the altimeter, so we dropped to 2933, so a lot lower on the barometric pressure. Our standard 29.92 inches. Let's turn to 090 degrees now. Due easterly heading. And we'll try and track in towards what I'm thinking might be the eye wall. Can't tell what's my landing lights and what's lightning out there. It like gets light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. Is that reshade doing that? No, it's the sim. It is the sim. Those of you guys not following Flight Sim lore or anything like that with the new sim coming out, we're supposed to see a lot of server-side stuff, and everything's going to be client-side. They're claiming the sim. I'm going to let filter here. Sorry. I'm done. Just kidding. I'm not. Fuck you. Anyway, they're claiming that we're going to be seeing a lot more server-side. Ooh, are we breaking out through the eye? What's going on here? It's much calmer. Winds are at 25 knots now. Anyway, essentially what I was saying, it's going to be a lot of client-side stuff, so we won't see, hopefully, as big of installs as we have previously. Well, still in transit, but I did want to show you, it looks like there was a small break in the clouds. I don't think that this is the storm eye, per se. But there's a little bit of a break in the clouds per Flight Sim weather. Still definitely can't see the ground, I don't think. We're not over water, I don't believe. If I turn off my weather. Oh, we are over water right now. So, anyway, a lot of barometric pressure changes. I'll check in with you guys once we're a little bit closer to the airport. We're going to try to land in this weather. Right now, the weather's not seeming too bad. 170 at 22 knots. Alright, we're going to go for something dumb here. We're going to try a visual landing in a hurricane with synthetic vision. I guess it's technically instrument aided, but not really. So wind 075 at 27 knots. We're going to come down to about 1,000 feet AGL, or MSL rather. And we're going to shoot for that east-west runway. See if we can do it. Don't know till you try, right? Alright, get nice and trimmed out here. Consistent winds I'm okay with. What I'm most worried about is a wind shift. Keep climbing. A little bit of turbulence, a lot of lag spikes. Jeez. Really getting thrown around here. 1,000 feet MSL. Nice thing is because we're in Florida, your MSL is probably going to be AGL as well. I can't do anything with these runways. We're just going to go for the one that I know exists. A little too much power. Power cut. 700 feet. I think I'm visual to field. I am. Hey Taz. Hey Taz. Deal with it. Okay, we are visual. Really getting thrown around now. I think we can fight it in. 140 knots. Ready on the spoilers. Coming in high, fast, heavy. A little bit of pre-flare. Flare, 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 flare. The worst touchdown, stand by. Here it is again. Oh my god. Okay, on the ground. Reverser's open. That wasn't bad at all. Look at the people in the back are clapping for us. Fantastic. On the ground, somewhat safe. I think that probably might have been a wing strike, but I'll take what I can get. Anyway, that is flying in a hurricane part. I don't even know how many times I've done this. Quite a few. But unless I enjoyed it, I hope you did as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video as I taxi off of the runway. Again, for the second time in one video. God, don't you love consistency? Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this one. Don't forget, if you're still here, that means you somewhat enjoy this for whatever reason, to go ahead and let me know what you want to see for that final 5 set. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me sign off for the second time. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take it easy.